Hi everyone, welcome to Bilingual Storytime. My name is Miss Camille.
Hola amigos, me llamo Isela.
And today we are going to be reading this book, which is called Con el Sol en los Ojos, With the Sun in My Eyes by Jorge Luján, with permission of Groundwood Books. But first, we did want to tell you about the supplies that you're going to need if you're making the craft with us today. So we are making this really pretty sun decoration that you can hang somewhere in your house. It's kind of 3D. And it's just made out of construction paper and string and a couple of other things. So it's actually pretty easy to do. So you're going to need, like, per person that's going to make this craft, 3 pieces of orange paper, 3 pieces of yellow paper, a string of whatever color you want to use. I used yellow. Something circular to trace. We're using this roll of tape, a ruler, some pencils, glue, and scissors.
Entonces, para hacer este sol van a necesitar 6 hojas de papel. 3 de esas hojas tienen que ser amarillas y 3 anaranjadas. Hilo, estamos usando este hilo aquí, pegamento, tijeras, una regla, lápices y tape, possibly.
Oh, this is just the circular object to trace a circle.
Entonces yo no he hecho esto todavía, por eso, y vamos a recortar un círculo y vamos a usar esto para trazar. Entonces, algo así de esta forma.
Yeah, it also depends on how big you want your sun to be. You can use something smaller like a cup or something like that if you don't want the sun to turn out so big. So that's just kind of up to you. We just use this so it's more of a bigger sun. Okay, so I guess we can go ahead and read our book for the day. I'm going to take off my mask so you can hear me a little bit better. So like I said, we are reading Con el Sol en los Ojos, With the Sun in My Eyes by Jorge Luján, illustrated by Morteza Saedi, translated by Janet Glass, and read with permission of Groundwood Books. Okay, this one's another poem, kind of like last week's. Mi calle es como el tronco de un almendro que floreciera en otra parte. ¿Quién sabe si sus raíces se hunden en el horizonte del este? ¿Quién sabe si esta casa es un nido, hecho entre el tronco y una rama? ¿Quién sabe si en la punta de las ramas maduran frutos misteriosos? ¿Alguien lo sabe? ¿Quién sabe? My street is like the trunk of an almond tree that blossoms somewhere else. Who knows if its roots reach down into the eastern sky? Who knows if this house is a nest built between trunk and branch? Who knows if at the tips of its branches mysterious fruits are ripening? Does anyone know? Who knows? Andan como el sol y la luna, el gallo y la gallina, siguiéndose en el patio. Tiro maíz y se queda en el aire, formando constelaciones. No sé por qué ocurren esas cosas. En mi cielo gallinero ni cómo permanecen, brillando en mi memoria. They walk around like sun and moon, rooster and hen, chasing each other round the yard. I toss them corn and it hangs in the air, forming constellations. I don't know why these things happen in my henhouse sky, nor how they stay glistening in my memory. Todo lo que tengo es mucho, mi perro Oliverio, el viento golpeándome en la cara, y tu risa que estalla por nada. Todo lo que tengo es tuyo, el escondite en la azotea, el barrilete de dragón, y esta canción para que dos se quieran. All that I have is a lot, my dog Oliver, wind hitting me in the face, and your laughter that explodes for no reason. All that I have is yours. Hide and seek on the roof, the dragon kite, and this song for to love one another. Salí a pasear solo, para oír el silencio adentro mío. Regresé desconcertado, el silencio aturdía más que el ruido. I went for a walk alone, to hear silence inside of me. I returned surprised. Silence was louder than noise. Esta era una gallina que ponía un huevo de oro cada día. Unos niños la encontraron empollando. Mira ahora, solecitos que caminan. This was a hen who laid a golden egg each day. Some children found her brooding. Now look, tiny walking suns. I guess that's talking about the chicks. La muñeca está distraída. Debe estar pensando en alguien que la quería. The doll's not paying attention. She must be thinking about someone who once loved her. Clap, clap, los pies en el lago. 10 pececillos mordisquean mis dedos. Shuk, shuk, regreso a mi casa. Los peces vienen conmigo. Los dedos jugando en el agua. Slap, slap, feet in the lake. 10 little fishies nibble my toes. Slush, slush, I go back home. The fishies come with me. Toes play in the water. Llevar el sol en los ojos, llevarlo en un vaso de agua, en un espejito, en una campana de lata, llevarlo en una canica, en una bola de cristal, en el bolsillo no se puede, entonces en una cuchara, en una gota, en nada. Wear the sun in your eyes, carry it in a glass of water, in a little mirror, in a tin bell. Bring it in a marble, in a crystal ball, in a pocket. Can't fit in a pocket, then in a spoon, in a drop, in nothing. El sol en un balde se lava la cara. El sol en el río camina descalzo. El sol en las noches las pasa en la luna. The sun in a bucket is washing its face. The sun in the river is walking barefoot. The sun at night is daydreaming with the moon. Partir desde el puerto de la ventana hacia los mares de arriba. Cosas para hacer allá de día. Calcar el paisaje terrestre en una nube transparente. De noche trazar una osa mayor que otra con un pincel fosforescente. Regresar a tiempo para mirar desde abajo y descubrir nuestra huella en las alturas. Leave from my window's port for the seas that lie above. Things to do up there by day. Recreate the earth's landscape on a transparent cloud. By night, trace the Great Bear or another with a luminous paintbrush. Come back in time to look up from below and discover our tracks into the heavens. And that's the end of the book. All right, so since the book is called With the Sun in My Eyes, that's why we're making our little sun craft today. So, Missy Seller, are you ready to get started with the craft? Okay, so like we said, we are going to need 3 sheets of orange paper and 3 sheets of yellow paper, so make sure you've got those in 2 separate stacks. And we're just going to kind of line up all of those, the 3 pieces of each color of paper and fold each stack evenly in half.
Doblamos los 3 papeles, los pusimos juntos, los anaranjados, y los doblamos a la mitad. Y hacemos lo mismo con el otro color.
So you should have 2 folded stacks of paper, 1 yellow and 1 orange. You could use other colors if you wanted to. We're just using these because it looks the most like the sun. So now we're going to trace the shapes onto our paper that we need to cut out. So I am going to take the roll of tape. I'm going to put it kind of over on the side of 1 stack of papers. And go ahead and trace it. Thank you. I'm just tracing it kind of gently with my pencil, and I'll go ahead and pass it to Missy Sella.
Gracias. Entonces trazamos un círculo, dejando espacio para hacer el triángulo.
Yes, yeah, you do this. Oh, do the circle over on one side.
Ah,
yeah.
Okay. No estaba poniendo atención, perdón. Entonces, lo trazamos dejando espacio para los triángulos. Gracias a nuestra amiga atrás, Miss Marie. Okay.
And then on the other side of the paper, so I've got my circle here, you're going to draw your triangle. So make sure you've got the open side of the folded paper on the bottom when you do this. And I have the ruler if you wanna to use it.
I was like, yeah, my lines are not
Your
straight.
lines are actually pretty straight for not using a ruler. I'm impressed. But yeah, so we're just gonna draw those lines. So you'll end up with something that looks like this with the triangle and the circle. And we're just gonna repeat that on the other piece of paper.
Entonces lo mismo, pero ahora con el papel anaranjado.
I actually recommend tracing your circle and then going ahead and cutting out your yellow or whichever color you did first, your triangles, before you actually trace the triangle on the other paper. That way you can trace one of the triangles that you cut out, and all of your triangles, no matter what color, will be exactly the same size and shape. So I'm going to cut out, I already traced my circle, but I'm going to cut out these triangles before I trace a triangle on my orange papers.
Entonces voy a recortar los triángulos amarillos porque voy a usar uno de esos triángulos para trazar y que se vea todo parejo, todo igual.
So I took a yellow triangle and I put it on my orange paper and I just traced it. So I have the same shape and size of triangle.
Our sun is so bright, I should have brought some sunglasses.
That would have been funny, actually. I have sunglasses I could put on.
We do have cool library glasses.
Oh, yeah. All right, so now I've got all my triangles. They kind of stuck together at the tip because I didn't cut the tip of it quite well enough, but I got them separated. And now I'm going to cut my circles.
Miss Camille, ¿tienes un anuncio mientras recortamos nuestras piezas?
Sí, tengo un anuncio. Tenemos el evento de Día de los Niños el 20 de abril. Dia de los Niños is going to be the 20th of April on Facebook Live. The kits are quickly running out for that program, so if you haven't already got a kit, there might still be a couple left either at Shotwell or at Warmack Library. I know Maine is out of kits. So you can still get one of those perhaps if you stop by maybe today. Even if you don't get a kit though, you're welcome to join us on Facebook Live. We're going to read a book together and do a couple of crafts. And then on April 20th or 21st, the next day, you can come to Bowles Park outside Shotwell Library, and you can hang out with us. You can take a picture of a tree, and we're going to send it in to a publishing company that's going to plant a tree for each picture with a tree that they receive. And you'll also get to add to a fun mural that we're doing. It's going to be a big tree that you'll get to add a handprint to. So make sure that you stop by to do that. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Is there any registration needed for this?
You should register for the outdoor program. For the Facebook Live, no registration necessary. You'll just come right back to our Facebook page just like you did for this program. But I will put the link for registration for the in-person program in the comments of this post once we finish up. But it should just be bit.ly/GPDIA. Okay, do we have everything cut out?
Yes.
Wonderful. So now we're going to separate our circles into two piles. Each pile should have 3 yellow circles and 3 orange circles. So you've got 2 piles of 6 circles. One's got 3. Each has got 3 yellow and 3 orange.
Okay, entonces 3 y 3. 3 amarillo. Okay. Wow, tantas piezas. No me quiero equivocar. All right.
And now we're just going to fold all of our circles into in half into kind of a little taco shape.
Entonces ya vamos a doblar nuestras piezas como un taquito. It does look like a taco.
Yeah, so we're gonna have 6 tacos. Well, really 12 tacos, but since we're separating them into 2 piles, it's gonna be 2 piles of 6 tacos each. And just go ahead and fold all of them. What is your favorite type of taco, Miss Isela?
It's a very hard question. A mí me encantan los tacos al pastor, pero también me gustan crispy tacos.
Ooh, yum.
Yeah. Yeah. ¿Qué tipo de tacos le gusta a usted, Miss Camille?
So usually I go with a breakfast taco, like potato, egg, and cheese is usually my favorite. I also like to get, so I'm vegetarian, I like to get chorizo, but it's not, what is chorizo normally made of? Is it pork?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I get chorizo that's made of soy, so they make it from like tofu. And I haven't had actual chorizo in a while, so maybe I'm wrong, but it tastes like the real thing to me. It's really good. Okay, do we have all of our circles folded? Yes. Perfect. So I'm just making sure I have mine divided into those two piles, each with three orange and 3 yellow. And once I've got them separated out into those piles, I'm gonna put one pile to the side and take one pile to work on right now. And I'm gonna set one of my little taco shapes in front of me and put some glue on one side of it.
Entonces aquí está doblado la mitad y le vamos a poner pegamento en uno de esos lados. Nomás una mitad.
Yeah, just one side for right now.
Okay.
And once your glue is on there, you're gonna take the opposite color. So I started with yellow, so my next one's gonna be orange. And I'm going to glue that just lined right up with the yellow.
Entonces la mitad que le pusimos pegamento le vamos a pegar el anaranjado.
And we just kind of continue. You just keep putting glue on one side and gluing on the circle of the alternate color until you've reached the end of that stack.
Y tienes que apachurar poquito para que se peguen.
And it's starting to make kind of a pretty 3D shape. Like you'll notice if you let go of your stack, after you've got a couple glued on there, it'll kind of fan open. But make sure you close it again so you can keep gluing those circles until they're all gone.
Whoa.
Yeah, so you can see how the sun is going to come together with this as the center of it. Okay, so I've got all 6 of mine glued together. You can see how that looks. It's really pretty. So that's one stack done, and I'm going to grab my other stack and do that same thing. But you do want to keep these separate. So we've got 6 in a little formation here, and then I'm going to make another of this exact thing.
Okay, entonces acabé con esos y luego empezamos otra vez con los demás.
It looks like a half moon.
Yeah, it does actually. The folded papers kind of look like a half moon.
Hoy no tuvimos problemas con el pegamento.
I brought an extra glue stick in case we run out of glue, because that has happened before.
O siempre algo pasa con el pegamento o uno de los ojitos a mí se me caen. Y si se acuerdan que hicimos estos hace una semana, creo, los pingüinos, uno de los pingüinos les falta un ojo.
Oh my gosh.
So we always have problems with glue sticks here, and I always have trouble with the googly eyes.
We could do like the classic sun with sunglasses. We could have done that for this craft. Podríamos poner gafas de sol en el sol. I always think that's really funny, because why does the sun need sunglasses?
He's too shiny.
He's too shiny for his own good.
Mm-hmm.
If the sun wore like glasses like corrective lenses, would we still call them sunglasses? Because they're the sun's glasses?
I always draw my sons with glasses.
I do like
And a
them with
happy
glasses.
face.
A smiling sun is the best kind of sun.
Alright, I think I'm almost done.
Perfect. We finished it almost exactly the same time. Okay, so now we've got our two lovely stacks of circles that we've made. So you're gonna take one of them, doesn't matter which one because they're exactly the same, and you're gonna open it up so you can see that seam where all of the edges of the paper are glued together. So just open it up in front of you so that you can see that seam facing up at you. And now we need our triangles. So go ahead and get those back out. Take 4 of one color. I'm gonna start with the orange, and you're gonna glue them on the top, bottom, left, and right sides. So just all kind of symmetrically in the corners of the circle.
Entonces, aquí se ven todas las orillas y todo, y los voy a poner abajo, y tomamos 4 triángulos, creo, y los vamos a pegar.
Yes, so we're just putting them in kind of, the bottoms of the triangles are gonna form a square in the middle.
Oh. Entonces los triángulos van a formar, why did I forget square?
Un cuadrado? Or is that a cube is cubo?
Cuadrado.
Un
That
cuadrado.
was right, okay.
It's almost in the cardinal directions. North, south, east, and west.
Okay. How do you say cardinal directions in Spanish?
Es como las coordenadas del norte, sur, este y oeste.
Okay. I knew the actual directions, but I didn't know the phrase cardinal directions. Interesting.
Coordenadas cardinales, si me acuerdo bien.
Aprendemos algo cada semana.
I was going to say, we're learning something new. We learn something new every time. I have a little section in my journal for new words that I learned in Spanish, so I'll have to write that one down. Okay, so Miss Isela is not quite done yet, which is okay, but I am going to go ahead and tell y'all the next part. Ooh, they were still stuck together. Which is get 4 of your next color. For us, it's yellow because we already did orange. And you're just going to glue a yellow triangle about halfway in between every pair of orange triangles.
Entonces ahora vamos a pegar los amarillos y los vamos a poner como en medio del anaranjado.
So you're going to end up with 8 evenly spaced rays for your sun.
If you guys want kits for something else, that a program that's still on Facebook, we have kits at Maine for badges and books still. Si desean, si no pudieron tomar un kit para el programa de badges and books, el programa todavía está en Facebook y tenemos kits en la biblioteca de la principal en Maine. Si desean ir a buscar kits para una otra actividad.
So Miss Isela and I have glued all of our rays of our sun on. So now we're going to attach the string so that we can hang our beautiful suns when we're done with them. So the way we're going to do that is you're going to take I'm actually going to put it on the orange so you can see it better. You're going to take your string and you're going to kind of stretch it from the tip of one sun ray down to the opposite tip. And you're going to put glue down that line. Oh no!
Oh, spoke to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's our glue problem. The little head of it came out. It's not quite done, so I don't want to abandon it quite yet. But you're just gonna put glue all the way from the end of one sun ray down to the opposite sun ray.
Entonces, porque vamos a pegar el hilo, voy a pegarle de aquí hasta aquí abajo una línea de pegamento para el hilo.
The glue's purple, so you might just be able to see a trace of it. I have it up here all the way down to the bottom. And I'm just gonna place my glue over that. And then I'm gonna put a little bit more glue on top of the string for good measure. We're just trying to make sure that the string sticks really, really well.
Y luego yo también le voy a ponerle más pegamento nomás para que todo se quede Okay.
And once you've got your string laid down on that line, you're gonna put a little bit more glue around, and you're gonna take another triangle of the same color and just pop it right over top to cover the string.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this is like the most securely attached I've ever seen a hanging mechanism be in a craft.
Entonces, le vamos a poner más pegamento porque le vamos a poner esos dos triángulos arriba donde está el hilo.
These would be really pretty to hang for a party.
Una fiesta así.
Yeah, like for a summer party. They take a little bit of time, as y'all can see, but if you had some time to make party decorations, this would be really fun.
Okay, casi. Okay. Listo.
Yes, perfect. So now we are almost done. This is the last thing other than just hanging up your craft. You're gonna take your other stack of little tacos, go, like I said before, open it to where you can see all of the seams and put glue all over that side. And we are just gonna pop this right in the middle of the side that we have up currently of our sun.
Entonces le vamos a poner pegamento a estos dos lados porque ya vamos a pegarlo junto y ya casi acabamos. Porque vamos a tapar donde se ven, donde se ve el hilo. All right.
There we are.
Ooh.
And I'll fluff out the other side too, so you can see that both sides should look the same. You can kind of fluff out those folded little tacos so that when you've got it hanging, this is hard to do since it's so big. When you've got it hanging and it spins, you can see that both sides of it are the same and it's kind of 3D from both sides.
Muy padre. Aquí le voy a cortar porque mi hilo está muy
I don't know
largo.
why I gave us the string so long.
Pero les enseño este que ya está todo listo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, pero sí, para una fiesta.
Yeah, these would be really pretty hanging from the
Afuera.
ceiling. Or from like your patio.
Sí.
If you have an outdoor socially distanced party right now.
Entonces, si hacen uno de estos soles, nos pueden mandar una foto.
Yes, please do send us a picture if you make one of these crafts with us. Like I said, make sure you do sign up for the outdoor Dia de los Niños on April 21st. You can register for that at bit.ly/GPDIA. That's GPDIA. And you can also just join us on Facebook on April 20th for the live portion of that program, which you can just watch that. You don't have to register for it.
Pero sí, espero verlos el Día de los Niños en Facebook y el programa que va a ser en persona. Pero sí, nos vemos.
Yeah,